All right, folks, buckle up, because this courtroom session takes an unexpected turn when a judge questions a defendant's designer belt. Yep, you heard that right. A Louis Vuitton belt becomes the center of a legal debate about money, honesty, and accountability. But behind this flashy accessory lies a story of financial struggle, criminal charges, and a man trying to convince the court that he's changed. So, is he sincere, or just well-dressed for sympathy? Let's find out.
But he's able enough to get a Louis Vuitton belt.
His appearance and his willingness to look his best or present himself in the best way as possible.
No,
It's unfortunate that he chose a Louis Vuitton.
No. I only bring it up because we're here because the argument is that he had no money. And based upon that Louis Vuitton belt, that Louis Vuitton belt is not this season. 02008 State versus Freddie Gonzalez. Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand you're charged with evading arrest, detention with a vehicle? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. The state recommends community supervision. This is run concurrent with 2025 CR 005706. I'm sorry, it's 2025 CR 005206, 2025 CR 007487, 2025 CR 007397, 2025 CR 009295. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, sir.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 10 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 150 hours community service restitution, and the MRT. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, sir.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead?
No contest.
Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge. We ask for to be mindful that he is gainfully employed right now. This plea is a part of a larger plea that took place 2 weeks ago. Court asked us to return to provide some restitution, and the court also asked the state to provide documentation of restitution amounts. At this moment in time, I don't think that the state has been able to verify the various restitution amounts, but our client does have a significant amount of money to provide in terms of restitution once the state's able to verify those amounts.
We have tried vehemently, Your Honor, to get restitution amounts from all of our different victims. Some have said that they have restitution and will get us the documentation. They just haven't been able to locate it or provide it to us yet. Some have said they don't have any restitution, and there are a couple that we have not been able to get in touch with.
All right. So in this cause number, the 2025 CR 012008, restitution?
On this evading in a vehicle, no, Your Honor.
All right. What about the vehicle? Because it says that the vehicle was damaged with a screwdriver.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. This one is related to another case. Yes. That is one of the people that we reached out to, and they have not given us any documentation.
All right. How old are you?
30.
You're 30.
This is the turning point. The judge isn't buying the "I was struggling financially" narrative. Notice how quickly she cuts through the excuses. In law, financial hardship doesn't justify criminal behavior. It can contextualize it, sure, but never excuse it. What makes this moment so powerful is her skepticism. She lists off multiple offenses like evading arrest and theft, showing that this isn't an isolated mistake. It's a pattern. Now the real question is, can the defense convince her that this man deserves leniency? What do you think? Is he truly remorseful or just cornered?
And this happened on or about May 7, 2025. Explain this to me. Why are you, honestly, I don't even know why I should accept this agreement you've reached, because you're picking up evadings, forgeries, thefts, unauthorized use of a vehicle, another theft, manufacturing cases, and unauthorized use. So why should I follow any of these plea bargain agreements?
I can offer the following, Judge. All of these cases deal, for the most part, dealing with financial or property crimes. At the time that he was committing these crimes, he was experiencing significant financial hardship. While that is not an excuse, if you have, not to be harsh, But if you have any sort of discussion with him, he
And there it is, the infamous Louis Vuitton belt moment. What seems like a trivial fashion choice actually hits at the heart of credibility. In court, every detail tells a story, from how you speak to what you wear. Here, the belt symbolizes contradiction, claiming poverty while sporting luxury. It's not about the belt's price, it's about perception. Judges often interpret appearance as part of honesty, and that's why she calls it out. But what's fascinating is the irony. This man, who once made a living with hard labor, now stands accused of property crimes, while his defense argues that wearing luxury is just his way of showing respect to the court. Fair point. Or tone deaf. You decide.
not a very sophisticated individual. And I think what, as he's described, he took it upon himself to steal this property, sell it for funds, but he didn't realize how he was going to get caught. He thought this was too easy. So he continued, and if you look at the time frame of all of these offenses, they took place within a short matter of time. That's when the offenses caught up with him. He's a very unsophisticated individual. He thought he could get away with this. He was caught. I think even one of the offenses had a GPS tracker on them. He just did not think this through, because I think part of me thinks that he is, not to be harsh, but unable to think this through.
But he's able enough to get a Louis Vuitton belt. A regular leather belt you can get is $20, and you put the LV on it. That leather belt goes up to, I think, a minimum of $350. So he's sophisticated enough to do that. Unless it's a knockoff, and it doesn't appear to be a knockoff to the court, based upon my experience.
I honestly wouldn't know how to tell a knockoff from an authentic Louis Vuitton.
Oh no, that's a Louis Vuitton belt.
Is it?
So you want to, yeah,
But
I can spot the knockoffs.
And as the court inquires with him, you'll see that he just is incredibly unsophisticated in terms of being articulate, thinking things through, thinking that he could get away with it. So at the end of the day, he does have significant amount of, I consider significant, to pay the restitution off to these individuals if they can verify the amount. And if this restitution can be made whole to these individuals, it could be to their benefit as well.
All right. And what's the amount of restitution he's here with today?
He has informed us he's in position to provide $5,000 in restitution. All that we ask is that those amounts be verified by the complainants.
He probably could have had 6,000 if he wouldn't have had the Louis Vuitton belt.
Good. That point, if I may, I know Chris has been, if I may, Your Honor, one of the ways he was able to raise the money was selling things that were near and dear to him. One of the items that he sold, ironically, was his vehicle. So as we speak right now, he is vehicleless, which is kind of ironic considering the charges that he has.
Ironic, but understandable.
And he did liquidate items that he could sell, and he was able to raise $5,000. That doesn't mean he's stopping. He's still trying to sell stuff. And for all I know, maybe the belt is one of the things he's trying to sell. But he has been liquidating his assets. Back to the earlier question, at one point, through hard labor and diligent work, he was able at one point to afford a nice living. He was working in the aggregate business, which is basically shoveling gravel and dirt and so forth. And at one point he was able to make a decent living. And then I don't know if you can notice, he has been having problems with an arm of his that is the result of a birth injury that has been progressively getting worse with his age. And his means of earning that living kind of caught up to him with his disability. Prior to this, he's 30 years old. He has no criminal history. He thought he was going to be able to do something, and he just was not able to. He caught up with it, got caught. And do I feel like he's remorseful? I feel that way. Of course, it's not me experiencing his feelings, but I do. He has expressed regret. For all we know, maybe the regret is because he got caught. But he does express regret. He is trying to show some redeeming value. He has a young child that is about maybe 4 or 5 months old. How old is your child? 4 months. 4 months old. He's never been on any public assistance. He's never received food stamps. He supports his wife. He is legally married. He supports his children, and he just made some decisions. And I've asked him, why did you do this? He's kind of dumbfounded. It just.
And I think he would happily sell his belt in order to add to the restitution. I am mindful that there are some individuals that, and I don't necessarily follow this off, but there are some individuals that believe by showing respect, by wearing their best, and some people believe name brands is the best as a sign of respect to the court. And I would ask the court to consider his appearance and his willingness to look his best or present himself in the best way as possible.
No,
It's unfortunate that he chose a Louis Vuitton.
No. I only bring it up because we're here because the argument is that he had no money. And based upon that Louis Vuitton belt, that Louis Vuitton belt is not this season. So that's something he had prior to this. And I just based upon my limited expertise in the field.
And of course, Judge, at one point, he was able to earn a living through hard labor. You know, working with aggregate is not an easy.
But why didn't you sell off your Louis Vuitton and all of this stuff before picking up these cases? And why, state, should I follow this agreement?
Your Honor, this was an agreement that was entered into a while ago, and my understanding is that the defendant made strides as far as improving himself, and that was what was communicated to my colleague when they decided to offer this deal.
And what does he do for employment?
Employment right now, he's still dabbling in the aggregate. He's trying to get into the transport of aggregate, and he's working in that avenue right
All
now.
right, when we say dabbling, so is this a full-time job or no?
He has a truck that is in disrepair, an aggregate truck with a trailer, or do you have the trailer also?
No.
He has the trailer also, and they're trying to repair the truck to put it to work.
So he hasn't been working.
No, he still works within the industry, but he's just not making as much money as he.
I'm not driving a truck.
Are you still working?
Yes.
What do you do?
Oh, I'm working with load. Right now, I'm working with it's the same thing. Well, I don't drive the trucks anymore, but we load them up in the yard and with aggregates and like bays and stuff like that. Probably the machine.
All right. Any other questions? All right, this is what the court is going to do. In 2025 CR 012008, court is going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. There should be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. This is to run concurrently with 2025 CR 005206, 2025 CR 00.
So in the end, the court sentenced him to 10 years, suspended, meaning he won't serve time if he follows every condition of probation. 10 years of supervision, community service, restitution, and the strict warning we all just heard. You're old enough to know better and do better. This case reminds us that the justice system doesn't just punish, it tests accountability. The Louis Vuitton belt might have sparked laughter online, but it also became a symbol of deeper questions. What defines sincerity, and can redemption outshine past mistakes? If you found this case as fascinating as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns every week.
7489, 2025 CR 007397, 2025 CR 009295. There's to be field visits one time per month for 6 months. There's to be 150 hours of community service restitution. 50 of those hours will be deemed satisfied upon completion of parenting classes. There should be 10 days in the Bexar County Jail as a condition of probation, and that will begin October 10th. no later than 5 p.m. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You're old enough now in your life to know better and do better. And there is no excuses for your behavior. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If everybody who had some sort of issue where they lost their job or something didn't go their way, if they decided, you know what, I'm just going to throw my hands up and I'm going to start committing crimes, then where will we be? We will be in the world of Mad Max, and this is the United States, and you're not allowed to do that. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So from here out, everything you do, you need to ask yourself if this could result in your being placed in prison for up to 10 years or up to state jail facility for 2 years. If the answer is yes, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, don't do it. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Sure. All right.
Don't look at my belt, Judge.
Huh?
Don't look at my belt unless it's shut up.
Oh, hey, you know what? My understanding, the goal of a belt is to hold up your pants. That's it. It doesn't have to be fancy. You know, I always tell people for a vehicle, for me, I just want something to get me from point A to point B. That's it.
$8.99 for my belt.
Yeah. Do you know what John Wayne always said?
What is it?
He said, never trust a man who wears a belt and suspenders.
Other problem, money order.
Oh, yeah.